TikTok, I need your help. I am the victim of human trafficking, and so is my 8-year-old daughter. We have been trafficked, and we are stuck here in Florida amidst a very corrupt judicial system. In 2014, I was trafficked. I was dating someone who I became engaged to who completely misrepresented themselves to me. They were a false person. Over time, as we were engaged and as our relationship developed, this person began to show their true colors, and I was no longer interested in marrying them. After I told him that I was no longer interested in marrying him and I would be canceling the wedding, I woke up in the middle of the night to he and his family dragging me out of bed, beating me, threatening to have me committed for absolutely no reason. I have no mental health history, priors, nothing. For absolutely no reason, threatening to have me committed, say if I didn't marry their son, if I didn't marry the person who was trafficking me. I had no choice. I had to marry this person or be killed or committed. That was my option. I married this person. They had planned the wedding on a cruise ship, I believe, just in case I decided to run so that there would be nowhere to run. I was forced to marry this person. I married him with the idea in my head that I would come back to Florida after the wedding, and as soon as humanly possible, as soon as I could save enough money to leave, I would leave. I would slip out in the middle of the night. When I returned from the wedding, within 2 months, I was raped and impregnated. He counted my days of my period and knew exactly what to do. We were not having sex aside from that. I know this sounds weird, guys, but there's a lot more to it, okay? There's a lot more to it. I've suffered a lot of abuse. My daughter was born in 2015. I suffered severe abuse during pregnancy and severe abuse after my daughter was born. When she was 16 months old, I finally decided that I was going to negotiate my way out of this trafficking situation so that I could give my daughter a chance at having some semblance of a normal life. I made myself as completely undesirable as possible. I gained a lot of weight. I stopped taking care of myself. And I told my trafficker at that time that I wanted to leave. I was permitted to leave the marital home and get an apartment under certain caveats. And that was that he had access to my space at all times, and he kept an eye on me. He stalked me viciously. He and his group of stalkers, of organized crime members, stalked me viciously to make sure that I didn't do anything as far as dating anyone new or getting anyone else involved. I was allowed to live on my own. While I was living on my own, I began my YouTube channel, The Lover's Conjure, and I started doing tarot card readings and built up an audience. From there, I was able to build a business on Etsy and start making significant money. I decided to open a brick and mortar in 2019, and at that time, not in 2019, in 2021, I decided to open a brick and mortar, and I was completely sabotaged by the traffickers. They have done unspeakable things to me, including trying to kill me. They had me set up. They murdered me. They really thought that they killed me, and the cops were in on it. They were paid too. I am asking for help. I need somebody that has some power or knowledge of the legal system to please look at my case. If you look at you will realize that there is absolutely no reason that I should have lost custody of my daughter. I have not seen her in 1 week, nor am I permitted to speak to her. This is unbelievable and completely uncalled for, but this is a huge corruption issue in Florida. This is human trafficking 101, and the judges are in on it, and the cops are in on it too. Since I reported the human trafficking during the hearing, when my ex-husband, my trafficker, was trying to take custody of my daughter as punishment for me not returning to him, I was called delusional in the hearing by the judge because I reported these crimes and several other crimes. I wrote a letter to the court, to the judge, and they refused to file it on the docket. Refuse. I need help. I need help badly. I am stuck in a hotel room that I cannot leave because I am surrounded by stalkers and stalking cops. I have seen 5 cops in 1 day stalking my hotel, stalking my room. This is not a joke and this is not a drill. I need help. Please, if you can help me, please email me, theloversconjure@gmail.com. Again, I will post a link to my case, to the docket, so if you have any knowledge of law, legal stuff, you will absolutely see that there is no reason for me to lose my daughter. I have not committed any crimes. As a matter of fact, they sent DCF here on a surprise one day shortly before this all happened so that I had to take a surprise drug test right then and there without any warning, and I passed it. They did not take my daughter away at that time. This was done in the courtroom. The other caveat that the judge put on me seeing my kid is that if I want to ever see her again, I have to submit to psychological testing by a doctor that the traffickers pick. I have to pay for it, but they are responsible for picking any doctor that they want to submit psychological testing to me to determine whether or not I am sane enough not only to have my child, but also to have freedom. What they're planning to do is Britney Spears me and kill me because I have been speaking out on YouTube about the corruption and things happening in my life. I need help, please. There is no law enforcement here. The justice system is completely corrupt in Florida, and I am a victim of human trafficking, and so is my 8-year-old daughter. These people are pedophiles. They are abusers. They have done unspeakable, horrible things, and nobody will even look into them. They have murdered people, and they tried to murder me. Please help.